guys, right, today's a little bit different because we haven't done one in a while, and I've mentioned it on TikTok and YouTube that a couple of individuals, including myself, have been building a new Charlotte Pudding build to incorporate the new PBR02 pudding. So I've actually had two versions of the deck, so I'm going to show you both versions before I play it, and we're going to do a kind of a live deck test. I'm going to play 3 games, so this is replacing the practice sessions for this week. I'm just going to want to see if it works, but I will be playing version 1.2, but I want to show you version 1.1 first. So these are the decks. So this is, the card revolves around this beauty. Now I teased this ages and ages ago when it first got spoiled on TikTok, and I said this is going to be a absolutely busted card for Big Mums, and I stand by it. I think it's a really, really strong card. It basically gives you a 5-body beat stick with Katakuri or another 8-drop, 6 to 8 monster to come with it. So she's a 5k for 7. She's got 1k counter, but on play, if I -2 Don, if my leader is a Big Mum Pirates Don, which Charlotte Pudding is, your opponent's got 6 or more Don, which is a little bit more difficult in the current metas I've found. I draw 2 cards, and you get to play Big Mum Pirate with the cost with a power of 6 or 8, 6 to 8 from your hand for free. That gives us access basically to 2 lots of Katakuri, 2 lots of Big Mums. So this initial version of the deck was a bit clunky. It didn't feel right. There was something wrong with it. This was the big card that I wasn't getting any use out of, and then I wasn't getting great use out of the searchers in a way. So something wasn't running right. Something didn't feel right with it. So I've changed it. This is the newest version. This is what we're going to play. So it's the same build, except we've dropped the other 1-drop searcher, and we're actually running. We're going to claim the One Piece 4 copies of, because actually that is in my opinion, for what it does, is a better searcher because we can do it off our triggers. I've upped the number of Zeuses. I've added an extra Zeus, and I'm running 2 Heras in there. And the reason why I've done that is the Zeus extra removal is handy, the 2k counter is extra handy, but also Hera's quite spicy for this. So we're only running 2 copies, but you can trash a homie. So if there's a Zeus in play, we can set a Charlotte Linen is active. So this is if we're going for game card. So it's not the build of the deck, but it doubles down on that kind of untapped strategy. So if we want to save a Charlotte Linen, we can do that. Okay, so that's what we're aiming to do, is to make sure that the Charlotte Linens are either protected or going to get a second swing in a turn. The only other major change is I've dropped the 6 cost Charlotte Linen, which was to me not great. We've gone for the 7-drop one, so we've kept that. We've gone up to 3, and we're now running 2 of the 10-drop linens. Now these are great finishers, really, really solid finishers for the deck, and these help out close out more games than I've lost. I say that, but this is going to be the first time we've played this version on stream, so this is when we've been practicing in-house. So you see. So the core of the deck hasn't really changed, other than we've got a searcher and we've got slightly more use out of Zeus. However, my friend's version of the deck is slightly different. They're running the 2-drop Katakuri, and they're going much more down the Katakuri path and cheating out Katakuri early and things like that. So this is a bit more tempo-ish, I think, is the best way to put it. Just to finally finish it off, Charlotte Pudding is the one that turns 2 cards up from your life, face up, sorry, and you get to ramp a Don into rested. So the idea is we're going to go as fast as possible, and the deck is built around that, using to die fors and things like that. Let's hope this works. I have a really good feeling about it. I also know that currently in the meta there's a lot of decks that will lose out on that Charlotte Pudding, because we're going to be actually ahead in Don. So it's better just to play the 8-drop or the 9-drop out manually. let's see what happens. I love the deck. I think it's a really, really smart idea. I love my friend's version of the deck as well. I'm not sure which is better in the mirror match. I don't know if this will be a meta deck to come. There are more benefits coming to the new sets as well for this, so we'll just see how we go with it. Dump. There we go. So deck's up. So this is the version not 1.2. So again, let's see what we can do. It is very early on a Sunday morning, but the clocks have gone back, so it wouldn't actually be 10 o'clock and not half past 9. So we're going to try see if we can get a couple of games. In fact, I just want this video will have one game, and then the next 2 games I'll record separately. Right, so where's Western? Let's go get the pudding deck. There she is. Let's see what we get. I saw a Rayleigh deck. I wonder if that would do well against Rayleigh. Being a Rayleigh player, I know how it works, so aggro Rayleigh would be quite scary. Right, I'll pause the recording just while we wait. So we're starting off against Edward Newgate and Ace. I want to go first. I want to be ahead. Perfect. This is a perfect hand. We'll keep this. Right, draw a Don. Run out. We'll go for. Could have done with. We'll take the. I've got the ramp. Take the Searcher. And then in the turn. So that ideal Searcher would have been to go and get a Big Mom of some variety, or a Katakuri. So let's see what our opponent's doing. So this, I played against this in one of the last videos I did and got absolutely spanked by it. Okay, draw Don. So we'll run out the ramp. Gain an active Don, run out the Searcher. So we've got a Katakuri. Let's get Charlotte Pudding and return cards to deck. And we'll attack and use card action to ramp up even more. So we're on 5 Don. So next turn we'll be on 7. So technically, if they had 6 Don next turn, we'd be laughing. But we're not. We're going to be a turn without it. So we'll probably run into the blocker Katakuri this turn. Let's take no damage this turn. Actually, no. Let's take the damage, because when we get a Hera, and we're going to get a Soul Pocus next turn, which means we'll do more damage. So if we now go into a Zeus, we're going to be laughing again. So 7, again, can't run out Pudding because they're on 4. We are way ahead of the game. Run out a blocker. Let's just hang on to Hera for another turn, because we could have swung. And then, yeah, I think we're in an alright position, because we're only 2 life off. This deck will build life back up, so we're cool with that. Now I'm happy to Soul Pocus them next turn. Let's go for the ramp. Let's get up to 8. Excellent. Yep, we will take it. No blocks. Resolve and use the trigger. What are you going to give me? Are you going to give me a life, or are you going to take a life? Excellent. I likes. So we're on 6 Don now. So let's draw. Let's go up to 8 Don. Run out Charlotte Pudding. Send 2 back. Whip out Katakuri. Strap on this girl. Swing in for 7, using card action to reveal. Make them counter out. Nice. We're good for now. We've got counter in hand, and we've got blockers, and we've got ramp. So let's end the turn. Nope. And get arrested Dom. There we go. We don't even need that now. We can go to hand and get used as a discard tool, I guess. So double strike Odin. 5k, no blocks. We will throw a counter at that though. So 6k will block with Katakuri. Then 6k, no blocks, but give counter. Oh, I didn't. Did I read that wrong? There's got 1 Don on it. +1. Okay. No trigger effect on that. Read that wrong. My bad. Not an issue though. Let's start getting life back. Return a Don. Trash that. Gain a life. Add marker to the bottom of life. Punch that. Brilliant. Attack into leader. And then punch marker. Punch. Oh, wrong one. Oops. Oopsie. Set these two to active. Again, arrested Don. So we can definitely get into it. So again, going way too ahead on Don for ramp there, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, it's not. Is the right word choo-choo? Big swings coming. Let's give this 1. Resolve that. Let's manifest all this life that we look like we've got. We'll category that. Oh, I should have waited for the double strike that was coming. Yep. Ouch. He's going to kill Katakuri. You know what? That's actually saved my mistake. I can live with that. That saved a mistake. No trigger effect. So that's a 7 and a 6. What does hit that? Hit 6s, doesn't it? Right, okay. Let's keep this tempo up. Right, draw a card. So we need to get rid of this. But I also feel like we need to. So we're at a bit of a problem here. This has to go. That has to go. 6 or less. So we're not getting rid of this anytime soon. I don't want to keep giving them life. Right, okay, this Katakuri is the play. Oh no, forgot about that. Oh no. Right, okay, that's really scuppered it. So he's 8k. Yeah, we are definitely dead next turn. Definitely dead next turn. Sugar. Let's just try and do some damage then. Because we're not going to kill that. Because I've got a handful of counter. Why he's not countering out is beyond me. That's on me anyway. That's my mistake. So we'll take the pasting that we're about to take and lose. And he goes again. Yep, GG's. That was me. Not reading the card. Okay, right, so I'm going to go back in and I'm going to stop this recording now and go create a new recording for each one.